On a daily average, U.S. citizens drink over 400 million cups of coffee. From this, over 60 million tons of coffee waste is produced globally every single day. While it is the common misconception that coffee grounds are naturally good for the environment, according to the University of London, coffee grounds produce a methane gas 28 times more potent than that of carbon dioxide. With these issues in mind, we at Grounded aim to repurpose coffee grounds in the form of fertilizer, exfoliator, and clothing dye. Hi, my name is Tiana.
And I'm Noelle Wu.
And we aim to create a closed-loop cycle of repurposing coffee dye, starting with clothing. So we would dye the clothing, and then with the remains of the coffee ground, we would make fertilizer, which is naturally and often donated to local libraries and gardens.
With the use of social media promotion, we will encourage and educate others on how to lead a more eco-conscious lifestyle, and every single month we will donate a notable portion of Grounded's profits to an organization whose purpose and values align with our own. Furthermore, our existing partnership with our local coffee shop will aid us in establishing more collaborations with other local coffee shops and grocery stores. In the future, our agenda includes partnering with grocery stores in order to repurpose wasted food products such as ugly produce that would otherwise be thrown out.
Give back to the earth and be grounded.
Okay, judges. David?
So we have looked into if people are also using coffee grounds as dye, and we have not seen that. However, we are aware of other people using tie-dye as their clothing, and we are very aware that we are different in the sense that we are very eco-conscious, and that will create an audience that aligns with ourselves.
Additionally, what's going to set us apart is our marketing and advertising. Through platforms such as TikTok and Instagram, we can appeal to the younger audience, which is going to bleed onto the millennial generation as well.
Question. My wife subscribes to Nespresso, and when she's done with the pots, she puts them in a bag and then drops them off at FedEx, and then they get distributed to whoever Nespresso does with the recycling coffee grounds. Who do you think, understanding, having heard your recent competitors, what about potential partners? You mentioned grocery stores. Could there be other enterprise customers that could be potential partners?
Right, so as far as potential partnerships, we've kind of started that avenue working with local coffee shop and our local Starbucks to get the grounds in the first place, because we are really aware that most of the times they dump it out. But sometimes they have open community bins where you can take it and make fertilizer yourself. We're just trying to make this process more efficient by already having the fertilizer pre-made for people to take. And another revenue for collaboration as far as transporting and all of that. I'm pretty sure that we would handle the transaction to make it, again, more efficient. But we can expand via working with grocery stores, such as we know that they have a lot of produce that they just regularly grow away. Do you want to talk more on that?
So a lot of these grocery stores have a lot of these ugly produce that a lot of people don't buy, and they end up throwing all of this produce away. What we want to do is repurpose this produce. Food items such as beets are very useful in clothing dye, and by taking these food products that would otherwise be thrown out, we are reducing the amount of waste that these stores will produce. Do you have any other questions?
So there's a lot of waste in general in food service.
Yes.
Why are you starting with coffee?
We have seen in our local coffee shops, we live by a lot of Starbucks, and they end up throwing all these coffee grounds away. Do you want to speak more on, Tiana has also worked at a coffee shop and they threw out a lot of coffee grounds?
Right, so I kind of saw the first-hand impacts of that working at my local coffee shop. All the grounds that we use, they would just be disposed of. And we're talking every day, we have tons and trash cans full of them, and I was asking the owner, like, what are we doing with these? And she just replied that we're throwing them away. And knowing that, I'm thinking internationally, this is what most coffee grounds do, and most coffee stores do with their grounds. So starting with something local that is impactful to our immediate community is what's pushing us to start Grounded in the first place.
Great job. Thank you so much, Tiana and Noelle.